Today we have John McClelland, and John is here from the Garden City Co-op, and you see the logo on his shirt and on both smartboards. Have you ever seen that logo before? Raise your hand if you have. Okay.
It's perfect timing that I'm here to talk to you today while you're eating lunch, because that's the business that I'm in. I'm in the food business. So, what are you eating for lunch today? Chicken sandwich? Okay, where do you think all that food came from?
Animals.
Some of it came from animals, but it all came from a farm, right? Whether you go to Dillon's or to a restaurant, it all started somewhere with the farm. And farming business is huge business in Garden City, Kansas. And so lots of it happens behind the scenes, and that's what I hope to talk to you about today, is how exciting our business is, feeding a hungry world, and all of the things that you may not know about the Garden City Co-op. Okay, have any of you seen this building before? You know where it is? Where's it at? It's right downtown, right? Do any of you know what it is? Yes. Yep, it's food in there. It's wheat or corn. It's a grain elevator. And the Garden City Co-op has 19 of these spread across 3 counties. What happens is the truck pulls in and all of the wheat that's loaded in the back dumps out the bottom of the truck down into a pit. And then it fits on a mechanical apparatus called a leg that's got buckets, and it picks it up and it takes it clear to the top of that great big concrete elevator and spreads it out amongst the bins. And it stores 1.3 million bushels. Mrs. Almas talked about the need for math. That's a great big number, 1.3, and it's particularly big if you're not even sure what a bushel is. So a bushel is a measurement of grain, wheat or corn, and I thought I might give you some idea about how much wheat that would handle. So if we filled that elevator up, which we do once a year, with wheat, 1.3 million bushels, how much food is that? That would be 117 million loaves of bread out of the one elevator in the Garden City Co-op. Now remember, I said we had 19 elevators. So let's stop and think about that. I said bushel, each bushel of wheat makes about 90 loaves of bread. So that one elevator, if it's full of wheat, will make 117 million loaves of bread. Well, it only takes 2 pieces of bread, right, to make one of your sandwiches. So we're talking about 1,170,000,000 sandwiches out of the Garden City elevator by itself. Now, if you stop and think about that, there's about 300 million people in the United States. So that would be enough to feed, that one elevator would make a sandwich for every man, woman, and child in the United States 4 times. But it's kind of 300 million and 1.17 billion are great big numbers, aren't they? It's kind of hard to get your arms around that. So let's say that all of the wheat that the Garden City Co-op took in a year, that would make a sandwich for everybody in Garden City, and it would make a sandwich for everybody in Garden City every day of the year for 1,000 years. So that's how much wheat, that's how many loaves of bread, that's how many sandwiches are here in the Garden City Co-op. So that's how important agriculture is to Garden City in western Kansas. We feed a hungry world. Yes? You bet, you bet. Who likes Subway? Who likes McDonald's? Who likes fresh baked bread? Who likes homemade tortillas? Everybody loves wheat, right? And the stuff that it makes. It's good stuff. That's exactly why people like to eat it, and it's good for you. That's why your school's feeding you a couple of pieces of it for lunch. Now that doesn't even account for the corn and the Milo and all the other things that we do, because most of that goes into animal feed for pigs, for cattle, that kind of stuff. I wanted to talk to you about the food that we help make for the people of Garden City and around the whole world.
I have a quick question for you. When you were in 4th grade,
Yes.
remember that? Could you imagine that you would be dealing in numbers like 1.3 million and those numbers that are so big? I know Mrs. Lott teaches our kids about the place value and the millions and the billions, and anyway, did you imagine that?
No. In fact, I've been preparing for this presentation over the last couple of days, and when I sat down, I've been doing this for 25 or 30 years. When I sat down and got ready for you guys, it about scared me to death, the size of numbers that we were talking about. Because when you go to work every day and you're just thinking about the job that's in front of you, it doesn't really, you don't stop and think about the size of what we're doing and the impact that we have on the whole world. And so, as a 4th grader, absolutely not. As an adult that's been doing it, I was even surprised by it. But the important thing is, as you can see on some of the numbers I flashed up, that's important. There's a lot of difference between $1 and $100 and $1,000 and $1 million, right? Who'd rather have $1 million than a dollar? Well, then you better be paying attention to places and stuff like that, because in my business with those numbers, if Mr. Almas or I make a mistake by 1 decimal point, it can be a great big deal. So you need to, in preparing for your career, but just in preparing to get ready to make some money and have a great life and someday have your own kids in 4th grade, it's important to know where the commas and the zeros go and how to multiply numbers, and they're big numbers in this world anymore.
Okay. First of all, let's thank Mr. McClelland for coming. He did such a nice job.